In today's video, we'll be checking out the 55 Q70R QLED from Samsung for 2019. Now we just got this TV and I just wanted to show, a couple of dimming zones, dimming videos. I want to show some gameplay and some of the Samsung demos just to show off the colors, the brightness, etc. And you'll see in the upcoming video here that this is I put it on retail mode just to show off that demo that we've been seeing online for so long. And I believe this is an HDR and everything looks nice. The local dimming here works really well. It's darker than my X850C, the black levels, but it's not night and day difference. The colors are amazing, but also not night and day difference. I have seen the Q8FN at a friend's house at Best Buy, and I like punchy pop colors. I like my auto motion plus on. I like that soap opera effect. A lot of people don't like that, but I do. I need that to game. I need that to watch my movies. If not, I'd play on my monitor, on my Aorus IPS monitor at 144 hertz, 120 hertz. So TVs is for the the big picture, the big pop color with soap opera effect. Again, that's the way I like it, and I do exaggerate my settings just because that's just how I prefer to play it. If not, I'd play on my monitor. So the brightness is 50. The brightness, the backlight is at 50, contrast is at 50. Color, in the colors that you're seeing right now, in order to get the colors, because I'm comparing it to the camera and to the TV, I got to put it on 35 to 40 from what you're seeing. Anything lower than that, the colors look really dull. You won't compete with the Q8FN. Now, I don't know what the Q8FN is running at Best Buy or at my friend's house. I didn't check, but my friend has it, I believe, at 30 something. He likes, like me, he likes it with punch. So I would say the colors on this year's, or at least with this TV, is a little bit subdued compared to last year's, for whatever reason. Maybe it's more natural, more realistic. But again, I want TV for pop and for exaggeration, because that's the whole point. I would want to watch TV other than playing on my monitor on the computer. The HDR works well. I don't like HDR. I've never liked it. I just think it's it dims the picture too much. And even though the HDR is way better than my X850C, it's still not to the point where I could just say, oh, HDR rules, I'm gonna leave HDR on forever. And I've checked Netflix, I've checked some Blu-rays, 4Ks, Blu-rays, I've checked some gaming, and I just still think, for me at least, it's not the route I want to go when I do my normal day-to-day stuff. But again, you guys are different. You guys love it, and that's just to each his own. I still think this TV, even at HDR 1000, needs to be a tad brighter. I don't know, maybe I was expecting blindness, light cannon blindness, because that's what I want, but it's not to the point where it surprised me. It's not bright enough for me. The blacks are great. It's better than my Sony, that's for sure. No complaints there. No complaints on the local dimming. I don't see any trails. I don't see if the local dimming is having trouble keeping up with the image or the picture with racing games or racing anything on TV, football, nothing. Everything is spot on with this local dimming features. So I just want to make sure that was said. It is a good local dimming, and the blacks do get really good inky. It's really, really, really good. Not OLED quality. You can't beat that. I have a feeling that the Q80R, everyone's reporting really good blacks, but at the expense of the brightness having to be super bright because of that filter. And that's why I got this version, the Q70R, is because I just didn't like that filter being in between me and the screen, that anti-reflection filter. So that's just, again, it's all about choice. That's why I got this one. And if you think about it, ABT did a comparison, right, of the Q70R and the Q80R, and they look excellent, right? It's just that the Q70R did look brighter in certain scenes, but I'm sure the Q80R in certain scenes also would beat out the Q70. but is it a $500 to $600 difference, including tax and all that? I don't know. Q70, the Q8FN seems like a really good deal right now. It's really cheap everywhere, cheaper than this. Also in game mode, I don't know what's going on here. I tried with game mode on without auto motion plus, the gaming version of it, and I've tried with it on the auto motion, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I believe, I don't know if it's my TV or, again, I don't know, and everyone's miles will vary, but my input lag is, you're not gonna believe me, and I'm just telling you how I see it and how I feel it. The input lag is more on the auto motion plus with game mode on than if I just disabled game mode and I just have regular auto motion. According to all the the RD ratings and .com and all these other places, they always report that if you don't enable game mode and you're just using it with your auto motion plus or whatever smoothing that you put on, at ratings.com, my X850C is at 86 milliseconds with smoothing on outside of game mode. And at the time, that's the reason why I bought that TV over the Samsung, over everything, was because that I wanted my, I had a Sharp, I believe Sharp 650, and that at 1080p with smoothing, the millisecond rating was, I believe, 120. Okay, it was ridiculous, right? I played Forza on it on Xbox One, and I played Forza, and I got used to it, I guess. I played it, no problems for me. But yes, it would, the driving would lag. I could feel it. I would crash all the time, but I want that smooth motion. That's what I wanted. So when I saw the X850C, I'm like, whoa, 86 milliseconds compared to my 120. Any reduction is better than nothing. I mean, according to me. So because I figured, well, if I want the ultimate 10 millisecond response times, I'll play on my monitor, my 144 hertz monitor. So okay, so I got the Sony, no problems whatsoever. I've been playing on that, Destiny 2, Destiny 1, everything, no problems whatsoever. 86 milliseconds with smoothing on. So I know last year's Samsung's QLEDs were one of the best ones with input lag, especially with FreeSync and Xbox One X and all that. So then I saw, of course, the numbers for last year, the Q8FN, Q7FN, didn't get it. So I'm like, okay, let's get it this year. So now we're here at the Q70R, and with all the millisecond talk and input lag talk and all that stuff, I don't know, but next week I'll be showing the side by side my X850C and this Q70R to see if it's all in my head, or to see if hey, something's up and the Sony is faster. I believe that this, I feel the same thing. I feel the same way. I feel like it's, I don't know, 70 to 80 millisecond with smoothing on this way. If that's the case, in my situation, that's fine for me. That's why I wanted it. I wanted either to be equal or better, which I actually really wanted it to be in the 50 millisecond response time like everyone is reporting. The ABT is reporting that with their 1080p testing with auto motion plus of the game mode version on. But again, the game mode right now for me, the game mode version of auto motion plus to me feels more laggy and less brightness than disabling game mode and just having its standard picture on either dynamic or natural with auto motion plus. To me feels snappier. The color and the picture is more popish again to me. But I will be doing more testing throughout the week, and next week I will be testing it and comparing it to my X850C, and that's the ultimate test for me. I don't need numbers, I need to see it. And if I can see the lag, I mean, I can feel it, and if I can see side by side with a splitter to see which one is processing it faster, that's the one that's going to win, of course, right? And but my X50C from Sony, top notch. The motion, everything is great. With my X850C, with the Samsung, they have some pulse modulation, and I believe this one with when I enable game mode, and this is for everyone that has headaches, that gets is sensitive to flicker. When I enable game mode, I get headaches, and I'm telling that to be honest. I'm honest here on the channel. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just reporting on what I see and what I feel. And if you are picky, you know, I'm the most picky person. You can see in any of my other videos, I'm super picky. I find a defect in everything. Doesn't matter what it is. There's no loyalty to no brand. If I see something, I report on it. And this TV, unfortunately, in game mode also, with and without Auto Motion Plus of the game mode version, I do get a headache after about half an hour of playing. I disable it and I go back to regular standard picture with regular Auto Motion, and I don't get a headache. So ratings.com says that if you enable Auto Motion, it goes down to 120 hertz. But this is last year's versions, and also the Q900R, which is a flagship top of the line TV. So if that TV does it, I'm sure this TV is going to do it, or even worse, right? Because it's not flagship. But I can see the difference by me getting a headache. Game mode with Auto Motion Plus, or just regular game mode with FreeSync, to me, since I am sensitive to these kinds of things, gives me a headache. And that's a problem. That's why, I mean, I wouldn't keep the TV if that's how the TV was. But since I can disable it and not keep game mode on, I won't be using game mode, which is, I believe, 40% of why this TV is the reason why I got the TV, was for game mode. So why should I keep it? I don't know. I still gotta, think about it. But that gives me a headache. And if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff and you're expecting to get game mode on and the ultimate brightness and awesome smoothing, I can't compare this to last year's, but from a new person coming and getting a Samsung compared to a Sony, I can see the difference. I could feel the difference. I get headaches. So unfortunately, that is happening to me, and I just wanted to make sure anyone that might be sensitive or picky knows about that. But the best thing you can always do, everyone, is go to Best Buy, check it out for yourself. Look at all the YouTube videos, get as much information as possible so you guys can make your decision on if it's worth your time and money. This is an expensive TV. $1,500 is it's not paper money. It's expensive. It's time. You work your overtime, you work, whatever you got to work to get your, your things. And, you don't want to be wasting your money. Okay, so this is the Samsung user interface. These are your, local apps that you've used constantly. These are your inputs. I mean, everything shows here. I use a Fire TV stick because I get way less buffering compared to the Samsung apps. Example, Sling TV, mine buffers with the Samsung TV, but on the Fire TV it doesn't. And I have really fast internet connection, like fast, crazy fast. So I don't know what's up with that. Netflix also buffers. So I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi adapter on the TV itself that's giving problems. Maybe we need an update, or just sucks compared to the Fire TV. So I just rather use my Fire TV or Xbox One when I do my streaming. Also Xbox, YouTube, I watch it on my Xbox. But this is what you can do. You go here, and you could see all these movies and shows, the universal guide. Let's go back and exit it. And you could browse more up here for rental and all those things. And also here, the ambient mode, you click on that and it'll put some kind of picture, kind of like a screensaver, I think. Here, let's go with a Elation Island. It looks cool because it's kind of matty, like a matte kind of, looks like paper. If you just leave it, it looks like matte paper. I don't know. Especially the other one, this one right here, which is the one I saw, Porcelain Hours. I think this one, the light grid. See right there, that paint, that wall in the paint, the wall of the actual image, it looks like paper. I don't know. Either they did a good job painting it, but to me it looks like paper. It looks really cool. But again, I don't use that feature. I won't use this at all whatsoever. So auto brightness off, sleep after 4 hours, nothing. Let's go back to TV mode. And so these are your apps. And you can download all these, just like Roku, download your apps right here. Smart TV, And if you don't have a Fire TV or anything like that, you got this option, and it works. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just I prefer my Fire TV stick. And I'm sure if you had a specific or a special media player like an Apple TV or something, it would would be way better. But hey, this is better than nothing, and it gets the job done. And it shows in 4K, it shows in 1080p, great, no problems. It's just I have connection problems with mine, but it doesn't matter. I didn't want that for that anyway. And then we go here to the settings. Well, right here you can actually access the settings, and I always have intelligent mode off. That's supposed to be able to scan your room. And then see, it provides with a better viewing experience by recognizing your content usage patterns and the space around your TV. This is, it has a sensor. I wouldn't use this. I want full brightness all the time, every time. This is nonsense to me. But hey, if you need it, awesome, it's there, right? Let's go here. I say it's nonsense to me just because I want light cannons. Here you go. So it's the backlight, brightness, contrast, sharpness, color, tint. That's all you can do with that. Standard mode, equalizer setup with the sound. If you saw my first video with the speaker test, the speakers are really good. I mean, I was like, oh man, I got to get a sound bar or something for this TV because you want the full experience. But I didn't get it, and I just turned on the TV and it's good. It's good enough. It's awesome. Happy with the speakers on this TV, that's for sure. All the links will be in the description below, or all the info will be in the description below, so you guys could check out, all the specs on the TV and everything. You can connect the Bluetooth speaker. You can send this audio signal, to something. That's cool, like headphones or something. Again, this is the game mode. This is the thing I will never use, unfortunately, and that's the main thing of this TV. Well, I guess. But Samsung needs to get that flicker off, at least for sensitive people. And again, I am ultra sensitive to these kinds of things. You may not be, you may not care, but hey, I'm just giving you the information, and you guys do what you want with it. So here's the game mode, game enhancer, black equalizer that physically does nothing to the TV. This is, when I saw this dynamic black equalizer, I'm really, I guess, I know about monitors, computer monitors, and my BenQ XL2720Z has a black equalizer, and it's right when I saw this, I'm like, okay, they're using the same thing, but this literally does like 5% difference. The ones on the computers or the BenQ dramatically improves, or removes the black or the grayish areas, or you can see better in the dark. The monitors can do it excellently. This thing, 5% difference. But hey, if it helps you, awesome. But if you come from a monitor, please do not expect this being like the BenQ. It's ridiculous compared to the BenQ, that's for sure. FreeSync. Now, I will say 100%, yes, 10 millisecond, 13 millisecond. Man, this thing is fast. I connected the Xbox One X with FreeSync Ultimate, and of course, no auto motion and game mode on, and man, it was like just like a monitor. And here, let's see here, what else? And we got that's the network connected, cool tone. Well, this is on retail mode. I usually have it on standard or warm 1, I believe, or on standard, I believe. And again, the picture, everything looks good. Oh, look, we can go here. Let's get it out of here. What's EPOP? What's this? Oh, oh, okay. That's the advertisement thing. Okay, cool. That's every 5 minutes it resets. I don't know what that is. Demo. What's that? All the blacks and the color. I'm gonna show all the picture. There we go. So now that whole info stuff won't come on, so we can see it. So as you can see, the blacks look really good. The brightness is sufficient. Again, I don't like HDR, but it's getting the job done. I believe they lowered the brightness. I want to say this. I think they lowered the brightness on this year's version compared to last year's, just because they think that, Samsung, I'm saying, thinks that the black levels are much improved compared to last year's fall system, or the edge lighting. The black levels are nice, I just wish it was a tad brighter. I still wish it was a tad brighter. You're looking at the screen, you're like, what are you talking about? It's bright enough, dude. No, it's not. No, it's not. You will see for yourself. I know the Q8FN 1500 nits, I believe. Man, that thing was bright. I could, you go into Best Buy and see it. My friend has it, and we watched the movie last year. I saw him last year, December, for Christmas, and that thing was bright. And I was expecting the same with this guy, and it's bright enough. As you can see, it's bright enough, but it's not a night and day difference compared to my X850C. It's not. So just wanted to make sure everyone knows that. And but again, look at other YouTube channels, look at other reviews. I am ultra picky. I'm not just a person who buys and says, oh, look at the colors, I'm happy with it. I'm not that. I'm picky. I scrutinize everything, and it's not bright enough. It's not colorful enough. Comparing it to my X850C, it's not, oh my gosh, night and day difference. It's a good 30% improvement to the overall picture quality, but that's it. So just wanted to make sure everyone knows that. It might sound like a bummer, and I'm downing the TV. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it yet, just because that game mode is giving me headaches. I don't know, but from right now it's here, and I'm gonna keep on doing more testing. As long as I can play Destiny 2 and game on it, I'll be happy. No problem whatsoever. That's what I want. And if the Auto Motion Plus is not giving me headaches on dynamic or natural picture without game mode, that's the main reason why I bought this TV for Xbox, for my Auto Motion Plus, because that's what I like. So if you're like me, this is a good video for you to hear. And if you just want to see the picture in motion, I'll have some demos coming up after I speak, and you guys could enjoy and make that decision. And I hope if you get this TV and it works well for you, awesome. That's why I made the video, to help you decide if you should and should not get it. But it's an awesome picture. I'm not gonna say it's not. It's a beautiful picture. Just when I compare it to my older triluminous Sony Motion display, it's only about 30% improvement. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that. And thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helps you, and enjoy the next couple of minutes with the video. Thanks. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like as it helps the channel tremendously. Comment, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time.